I'm ready. Let's go. I started playing the investigation and then went, no, because I was too tired. I was far too tired. I can't find my slippers, so I have my full nest slipperless, which is heart-wrenching. The end is truly nigh. Although I am wearing mushroom crop top and I have a mushroom blanket, so I'm coordinating. Also, my pumpkin cup and my pumpkin blankets are also in existence. It's almost Halloween. I've just realised that the mushroom blanket isn't going to do it and I'm going to need the rest, which is why I've started to wrap myself up like a fool. Okay. Well, so professional. October 19th, 3:27 p.m. Wright & Co. Law Offices. That was a close one. Huh, Mia. Right, here's the thing. They do this all the time. Where did the mushroom go? If the character is not immediately visible, they're not there. They're just not there. Because they're channeling people and things. And Maya's powers, they aren't strong. So, if we can't see Mia while he's trying to talk to her, she doesn't exist. What is happening? Who is where? Alright. I will be comfortable at some point in time. There we go. Okay. Now that I look like a little old babushka, we can go. That was a close one, huh, Mia? Really? Too bad. I'm sorry I missed it. Maya! So, what happened? Well, I think I've got a pretty good idea who did it. Now all I need is a motive and proof. Wow, good going, Nick. Under the initial trial system, tomorrow is the last day we have. Initial trial? What's that? That's the new court system they introduced 2 or 3 years ago. Why does he not know, as a lawyer? Why wouldn't he know when it was introduced? They had so many cases in the system, they decided to speed the whole process up. So under that system, trials have to end in 3 days. Seems pretty illegal. Yeah, pretty much. Well, we've no time to waste. There's the music. The Steel Samurai. I don't get it, Maya. Why would Mr. Hammer steal the Steel Samurai costume? What? You mean Mr. Hammer was wearing the costume? Yeah. But Hammer was the victim, Nick. Why would he go through the trouble of stealing it? That's what we have to find out. What are you up to? The director's alibi. What happened with the director's testimony? Well, it's pretty clear that the producer and the director were both in the trailer. Which means that the killer has to be one of them. Really? Why? Because the real scene of the crime was Studio 2, where the trailer is. What? I love that they're using hair as like a device to recap. Was Maya always this excitable? Yeah, Nick, you're just an idiot. I don't know if asking her any ideas is any use. Well, have you noticed anything that might help us? I can't see what's going on when Mia is here. Exactly. So, no, I haven't noticed anything. Right. Maybe we should go talk to WP. WP. Powers. Right. I love how stupid Phoenix is. Like, the guy really is an idiot. October 19th, Detention Center, Visitors Room. Mr. Wright, you did very well again today. Thank you. Oh, thanks. Could you not look like you're about to burst into tears? Wow, Nick, you must have really wired him in there. And could you wipe that grin off your face? Hey, WP, only one day left. Let's make it count. Yes, though there's not really anything I can do to help. Ha ha ha! I'm not really sure what I can do either. Please, this is no laughing matter. Poor Nick, he's like having to deal with all this idiocy going on. I feel for the guy. I really do. He himself is an idiot, though. I love that it's a smoking jacket, so it's got a little smoking sigil on the breast. Beautiful. Producer Vasquez. Could you tell me more about Miss Vasquez? Oh, the producer? She's well respected in the industry. They say she's a genius. A genius? She's been at Global Studios for 5 years now. Right or wrong, nobody dares tell her different these days. Why is that? Ever since she came on board, we've had nothing but hits. Global Studios was on its knees, but she picked it up and made it shine. Did she? Oh, and what? You interrupted him. Why? Nothing. Forget it. Maybe you didn't interrupt him. Maybe just trailed off. Suspicious, Will. I've only heard rumors anyhow. Dum, dum, dum. Can you tell me anything about Mr. Manella? Oh, he used to be a minor straight-to-video director. Interesting. Probably should have stayed there, but interesting. But something in his work caught Vasquez's eye. Probably the fact that she could basically just manipulate him to do whatever the fuck she wanted. She brought the Steel Samurai idea to him. Now everyone knows the name Salmonella. I hear he's pretty much at her beck and call though. Whenever she says jump, he says how high and all that. I can imagine him being at her beck and call, but I can't imagine him jumping. Phoenix. I was wondering about Mr. Hammett. He was a big star back in the day, right? But then he just dropped off the face of the earth. Oh. Yes, you're right. In fact, he was my role model when I started in this business. But he just stopped taking on big roles. That's when he began appearing in little productions, global. How could he do that? I was really looking forward to a sequel to Samurai Summer. He just gave up being a star 5 years ago. Actually, now that I think about it, that was right when Miss Vasquez came to Global. 5 years ago. I love how the music stops to be like, hey, this is important. Bum, ba-da-bum, bum, 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 bum. I don't know if there's anything. Oh, I guess I could show this. Have you seen this, Mr. Powers? What's that? I've never seen these Steel Samurais in my life. These are the Steel Samurais that appear at live shows. A fanboy collected all these pictures himself. Seeing things like this really makes me think. I mean so much to these kids, you know? October 19th, Global Studios, main gate. The old windbag sure is quiet today. You know, this place is really peaceful like this. Nick, I think our guard's down. Yeah? I bet we could even eat those donuts in the guard station if we wanted. You eat, you die. Ah! She's alive! Bum, bum, bum. Okay, let's talk to her. Producer Vasquez. I was wondering about D. Vasquez. Producer. Oh, the studio bigwigs love her. She always gets her way. She seems bitter. Do you not like the producer? Look, the studio people don't want me talking about her, so sorry. Can I ask you about Salmonella, the director? Sal, he's soft, a pushover, does whatever Vasquez tells him to. She treats him like dirt, but I think he likes it. Huh? Why would anyone like being treated like dirt? That doesn't make any sense, does it, Nick? No. No, it doesn't, Maya. About Mr. Hammer. Ugh! I heard what you said today, cheeky whippersnapper. Poor old Hammer. You dragged his star down from the sky and stomp on it, calling him a criminal, a thief. I won't forget this. Uh-oh, she's really pissed this time. Phoenix said pissed. I'm not sure if he's allowed to do that. I think it's a PG-12 or something, so you can get away with pissed. You listen to me, whippersnapper. My poor old Hammer would never do such a thing. Why would he steal Powers' costume so he could sneak by me? He would never stoop so low. That's impossible. Okay, well, she's got her demon face on, so I assume we can't really do much right now. There's a whole bag. What? Get the filth out of my sight. And you're claiming that's poor old Hammer in there? And I thought you were such an innocent youth. Bah! Okay. October 19th, Global Studios, employee area. I guess they're not filming today either. I did want to see them filming, just one time. This trial will be over and done with by tomorrow. You can come see them film later. I guess. This is where you found that bottle of sleeping pills, right? Uh-huh. I wonder if there's any other clues lying around. Yeah! No, no, no. No touching. Eek! Oh, sorry, pal. Didn't mean to frighten you. Didn't mean? I always had a heart attack. Hit, hit, hit. I guess I can be a little dramatique at times. I suppose it's the actor in me. Dramatique indeed. Ahem. Anyway, I'm here to examine the plate on that table. Wait, are you looking for sleeping pills? Yeah, pal. Traces thereof. The plate. So you're looking for traces of the sleeping pills? How? For a thorough examination, I gotta take the plate back to the precinct. But I have the capabilities to make a cursory examination right here. Our science guy gave me some testing solution. This reacts to these sleeping pills. See? If there's any traces, it'll change color. Wow, neat. Well, Detective Gumshoe, what are you waiting for? Now, everything in due time, pal. Well, the testing solution on the plate changed color, all right. So the food on this plate has been laced with sleeping pills. Looks like it. Steak plate added to the court record. The investigation. How goes your investigation? To tell the truth, it's a real mess, pal. Some people think we should pursue the case we already have against Mr. Powers, and some people think we should switch suspects. What did you think, Detective Gumshoe? Well, pal, I hate to admit it, but I'm not sure I buy the case against Mr. Powers anymore. I feel kind of bad for Mr. Edgeworth, though. Let's talk about our new husband, Prosecutor Edgeworth. How is Edgeworth doing, anyway? Mr. Edgeworth is out of control. He was in the waiting room and he crushed this paper cup with hot coffee in it. Whoa. Talk about burns, pal. Wow. The fury of Edgeworth. Yeah, crushing paper cups. Cups. Bottles. Say, whatever happened with that empty bottle? Oh, the bottle of sleeping pills? Well, I got some good news for you about that. They found the victim Jack Hammer's prints on the bottle. So that means... Yep, it sounds like the one who put Powers to sleep was none other than the victim. So I was right. Sleeping pills bottle added to the court record. Present him with stuff. I'm guessing I know about as much about that as you do, pal, i.e. nothing. Okay. Cool. So glad you're here for these things. It's not really going to tell me anything else about them. Let's try this one. Okay. No, okay, cool. Cool. Let's try the dressing room. Oh, hello. What are you doing here? Oh, I was just cleaning up the dressing room. I guess WP won't be using it anymore, so... What? Why? But WP's innocent. Yes, and I'm really grateful for all you've done. But this week is the last episode of Steel Samurai. What? No! Mr. Hammer. I was wondering if I could ask you about Mr. Hammer. Yes? On the day of the murder, he went to Studio 2. Huh? I thought he went to Studio 1. He stole the Steel Samurai costume too. What? Why would Mr. Hammer do something like that? Oh. I guess the rumor must be true then. The rumor? Yeah. Ms. Vasquez, that producer, has some kind of hold on Hammer. She had some dirt on him. He'd do anything she said, apparently. Some dirt? What dirt? Dirt, you know, bad stuff. I know what dirt means. About 5 years ago, they were filming a movie starring Mr. Hammer. They were using the new Studio 2. Some sort of accident happened during filming. After that, they never used Studio 2 again. They left the film set the way it was, too. The film set? That trailer part of the film set then? What do you mean, the last Steel Samurai? I know it's a shock, but nothing can be done to save it now. Whoever really did kill Mr. Hammer also signed the Steel Samurai's death warrant. No. Also, I hear that Global Studios is going to change its programming. They're not going to make kids shows anymore. What? Why? I don't know. It's sad, but that's what Global Studios... Why is my mouth... It's sad, but that's what Global Studios decided. Why aren't they gonna make kids shows anymore? The studio bigwigs don't want the Steel Samurai around anymore. They want to forget this ever happened. I can understand that. It is a murder trial in the middle of a kids show. But the kids don't know. Like, the kids aren't gonna be aware of what's happened. You just put a different man in the suit and it'll be fine to the kids. Because it's not like you could see the actor's face. The evil magistrate was a costume. So you just get someone who sounds enough like Hammer, and you're fine. I think. Unless the scandal is so bad that all the parents are like, none of my children get to watch that ever again, even though it's a show that they love. They want it quiet, you understand? How can they just do that? What about all the kids who love the Steel Samurai? It's okay. I'm sure the kids will be fine. They'll find a new hero to follow. No, that can't be true. If the program just ends, they'll be heartbroken, for sure. Nick, say something. Yeah. I think evidence rather than words is called for here. Here, take a look at this. It's obviously the path to glory. Take that! And this is... A fan collected all these photographs. The kids love the Steel Samurai. The show shouldn't be cancelled just so some adults can save face. Why was saying this to this random assistant as if she can do anything? I would think you would understand that better than anyone. You're right. Okay. But what can I do? Well, for starters, you can tell me something. Tell me what it is that Global Studios is so intent on hiding. Tell me about this accident 5 years ago. Okay. 5 years ago. Could you tell us what happened 5 years ago? Well, I can tell you what I've heard. Apparently, 5 years ago, someone died, and it was Hammer's fault. Someone died? It was an accident, of course. Anyway, the producer, Ms. Vasquez, managed to hush it up. And that's the dirt she had on Hammer. And that's why Mr. Hammer would do anything Ms. Vasquez asked him to do. But it was an accident, right? Why didn't they just make it public? Well, you know Mr. Hammer was a big star back then. They were afraid about what would happen to his career if word got out. I see. You know who knows more about this? Miss Oldback. She was here at the studios back then, you know. Thanks, we'll try asking her. If she'll talk. What, you're still slinking around? If you like the place so much, why don't you take over for me? The old windbag doesn't look so good. Everybody's doing their darndest to forget Hammer. Who do they think made Global Studios what it is today? Hammer! It's all due to Hammer! She's starting to froth at the mouth, Nick. Maybe we should keep a safe distance. I want to ask you about 5 years ago. Oh? Who told? Who did you hear that from? Huh? Nichols! Nichols? Nichols, Nick. Penny Nichols. That assistant we talked to. Oh, right. Anyway, we heard about the accident. I was during filming with Jack Hammer. He killed a man, didn't he? Whippersnappers! Dredging up dirt on someone's past like that, and the recently departed, no less. I suppose you think this is fun? No, I'm just doing my job to protect Mr. Powers. And you claim that Hammer stole Powers' costume. You expect me to believe that rubbish? Or do you have some kind of proof? Proof that Hammer stole Powers' costume? I have proof. I'm sorry, Ms. Oldbag, but I do have proof. I can prove that Mr. Hammer stole Mr. Powers' costume. Sleeping pills. Take that! Here's my proof. What? What's a little empty bottle supposed to prove? It's a bottle of sleeping pills with Mr. Hammer's fingerprints on it. What does that prove? I'm sure old Hammer had some sleepless nights. Where's your proof that he used those pills on Powers? Take that! Mr. Powers ate the T-bone steak for lunch, correct? Well, yes, so... This is the plate that he used to eat that steak. There are traces of sleeping pill powder on the plate. I see. Poor Hammer. You did wrong, Hammer. Rest your soul. Ms. Oldbag. Okay, you win. I'll talk. I'm tired. See? Tired of holding it all in. Miss Oldbag. You're right. 5 years ago there was an accident. A fatal accident. What's worse, a paparazzi took a photo of it. That photo, well, it caused quite a stir. And guess who made it all better? Vasquez. She has ties to the mafia. She silenced that paparazzi. I told you she was a La Sombra or a Giovanni. But more of La Sombra, because she's shady. They're both shady. Giovanni also shady. She could be either. She silenced that paparazzi. That was the beginning. After that, she became a force to be reckoned with here at the studio. I see. But you have to understand, poor old Hammer never meant any harm to anyone. Ms. Oldbag. Hold on a minute. Poor Ms. Oldbag. Here, take this. A photograph. Wait a second. This is the picture. Is this the trailer in Studio 2? Hammer was supposed to fight a bad guy on top of those stairs there. He pushed the other actor and the man fell onto the flower box fence. But how did you get this? It was a long time ago. I don't feel much like talking about it. I understand. 5-year-old photo added to the court record. Detective Gumshoe must have left by now. He's probably thinking about what to do in tomorrow's trial. I bet Edgeworth is pretty angry with him. The assistant must have gone off somewhere. That stuff about Mr. Hammer must have come as a shock to her. Okay. So we can't show that to anyone. I don't think there's any point in me examining things. October 19th, Studio 1 entrance. Think back, Nick, to the day of the murder. Mr. Hammer put on the Steel Samurai costume. Then left from here to go to Studio 2. Right. But why? I wonder if someone called him, like the director or the producer. I don't think so. There she is. October 19th, Studio 2 entrance. Hey Nick, it's Miss Vasquez. Hello. H-E-L-L-O? H-E-L-L-O! Maya, you should at least try to be polite. I'm watching the clouds. That's all she had to say, apparently. This is where we get Mafia style. Excuse me. Mr. Hammer came here on the day of the murder, and... Shh. Perhaps he didn't hear me. I'm watching the clouds. I'm not interested in talking to you. Do something, Nick. She's really ticking me off. Oh dear. Mr. Powers wasn't the killer. You don't have to cancel the Steel Samurai. I think I'm tired of the Steel Samurai. You did it. Nick, she did it. She's the killer. My Fey blood speaks to me. I know it. I know it. Oh dear. I was wondering if you could tell me about... Why am I yawning? Wondering if you could tell me about Mr. Manella. If you must talk about that man, perhaps you could talk about it in the trailer. By yourselves. Oh dear. Right, so... what we're gonna do is examine the fence post. There are some flowers here. Wow, so pretty. They're taking good care of these. Don't get too close, that fence looks dangerous. Cool. There's no point in me doing anything here. Awesome. Let's move into the trailer. October 19th, Studio 2 trailer. Wasn't the assistant cleaning up yesterday? Funny, it still seems pretty messy in here. I guess she was still on a high from getting that rare card she needed. Nothing in here that could be a clue. Just some paper cups and crumpled up documents. Those documents could be a clue. This is where they had that meeting. There are documents and paper cups. Anyway, I know what we're supposed to do. We're supposed to go outside, present her with the picture. She's not even looking. Where? What? Where did you get that? Well, old bag. Old? She means the security gate lady, Ms. Oldbag, Nick. Right, anyway, Ms. Vasquez. You hid this incident from the press, didn't you? And you used it to control Mr. Hammer. The wind. The, huh? It's gotten stronger, don't you think? The wind. Your conversation interests me. Let's talk about it more in the inside the trailer. Nick, she went inside the trailer. Are you ready? Are you ready for some Geo/La Sombra shit? You came. Well then. What was that you were talking about? Why is she so eager to talk all of a sudden? Ms. Vasquez, you were using that accident. You were blackmailing Mr. Hammer so you could control him, weren't you? That's why he was doing kid shows. For petty change. So I'm a blackmailer now. Well, that's what it was, wasn't it? I mean, sure, it was an accident. But you used it to drag Mr. Hammer down from his rightful place as a star. Oh. I haven't pulled anyone down from anywhere. Mr. Hammer's career went sour of its own accord. But, you were the cause. You pressured him. And to think it was just an accident. Excuse me. What is this all about? You keep saying accident. How are you so sure? What do you mean? Must I spell everything out for you? Think. What would it be if it wasn't an accident? No. No way. You mean Mr. Hammer did it on purpose? That is what I mean. Where's your proof? Can you prove it? Huh. Just think. Would he have let me run his life for 5 years over a mere accident? And I ran him hard, believe you me. But the security lady said it was an accident. Oh, well, she was a big fan of Hammer's this year. She jumped on the reporter who brought that photo into the studio. She wrenched it out of his hands, she did. Gave him a few bruises, too. So that's why she had the photo. She's an old fool. Of course. All the reporter would need is the negatives. He could have made a copy. But he didn't. The only copy of that photograph is the one you hold. Give it to me. Now. What? This is valuable evidence. Boys. Who are they? Professionals. They're good at erasing various things. What do you think? Would you like to be erased? What? The trial ends tomorrow. How unfortunate. It's a shame you'll have to miss it. Tell me why. Why do you want this photograph so badly? This is Mr. Hammer's date, no? Why should D. Vasquez care about it at all? I'm sure you'll have plenty of time to think about that where you're going. So long, friends. Boys, erase away. No! Hold it right there! Gumshoe to the rescue. I heard everything, pal. D. Vasquez, you're coming down to the precinct with me, now. Not bad. Very well. It appears this contest will be decided tomorrow then, in court. I'll be looking forward to it. Yeah, Gumshoe, legend. Hey, you okay, pal? Sorry I was a little late with my entrance. I don't get many chances to practice that sort of thing. Detective Gumshoe. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I was really scared. Huh? Don't mention it, pal. Just doing my job. Detective Gumshoe? Sorry, it's just I wanted to say that line ever since I became a detective. Okay, I've got one more job to do today. I'm sure we'll run into each other again soon. Well, Nick, it looks like we're getting close to the bottom of this. And who's at the bottom? D. Vasquez. I would like to say my progress up to this point. Bam. Bam. I'm gonna pause it there. That was a short one, actually. It was a real short one. But thank you. Goodbye.